I think about 6, 7 years ago, the scientists discovered an important things. Yeah, I believe a lot of you probably read about that. All right, many years ago, the scientists discovered important things. Okay, this is a brain. This is a front side. This is your lower dantian. So the brain constructed is from lower dantian, the qi lead upwards. They start constructing this area. The scientists already understand. The front side of the brain responsible for the rational thinking. This side is emotional thinking. This means this side is classical music. This side is rock music. But question is, the whole article is talking about why teenage people, they act emotionally. Because you understand the brain cell constructed. When brain cell constructed start from this side is only when you reach 20s, then brain cell constructed. That means those teenage, when they are teens, this side already function. This side is still under construction. You understand now? So that's the reason they act emotionally. It's very logical thinking. So parents have to understand that. Usually when they reach 20s, then the rational mind start kicking in. They start to understand. They can analyze a lot of things. Watch this one. Why this area? Think about that. Remember, we are hunters. Our mind forward, focus and point. When your mind focus, that's you talk about logical thinking. I have a target. Emotional thinking make you chaos. All right? So in order to enhance this place, that's why the third eye is where the third eye is. In order to make this place develop, people always ask me, do we have a hope? Or humans, we're going to destroy each other in the near future? That depends how fast we wake up spiritually. Or are we continue to trap ourselves in the material science? Can we open the third eyes? People say, we don't meditate. I say, well, when you study mathematics, when you study physics, that's a meditation. Mathematics, physics, that's the truth of the nature. Remember, science and religion always against each other. Because one is talking about truth. That's why scientists, they are not to challenge the truth, never hesitate to accept the truth. But religion is not like that. They'll fight against that. For example, Earth is flat or round. They already know their histories. We don't want to argue about it. But questions, when you start solving mathematics or physics, I don't know, you have that experience before, you have to really concentrate, focus your mind, then you can solve the problem. But remember how long human beings have their kind of education, science and physics, mathematics. You look at human history for so many years. Only last 200 years, slowly get to that part. Only probably last 100 years, then the education become more popular. Now we talk about the scientific study. I believe as long as human beings continue to develop the science, in the next few hundred years, I believe more people will open the third eyes through their thinking. That's my personal belief. But questions, this is focusing. This become chaos. Huh? That article make me think now. Amazing, huh? You look at this side of brain control this side. This side of brain control this side. This side of brain emotional is this side. So that's me. I know sexual energy make you confused, make you crazy. This side, this side. This side, the sacrum, Chinese ancient document they call immortal bones. They call 仙骨, immortal bones. I was wondering why they call this place immortal bones. When this one talking about, I say, oh, here, they talk about here. Now you start to realize when you see the dinosaur, the head move, the tail move, because this part and this part correspond through the central energy line. Oh, that gave me a big, big hint. I want to open the third eyes. My mind cannot be here. What I need? I need reactions. It's not just only action. I need reaction. You balance it. That's why this one give you balance. Remember, the tail give balance of the animals. The same thing for us to open the third eyes. We cannot just push out. You have to push back at the same time. See? I start understanding a lot of things from what's modern science. So now that's because this reason you can see there's a rational thinking, that's emotional thinking. So when you start become emotional, can you focus in your mind in something? You want to focus? The best way to focus in what? In your breathing. Once your mind starts focusing on the breathing, this side energy starts to sit down. Then you get it. Because this concept is different from embryonic breathing.